All right, so we're looking at normal distribution with these z-scores. So we're going to look up z-scores and we're going to sketch it. So I'm showing you the parts that I'm trying to find similar to what we did with the empirical rule. Okay? We're looking at the z-score is less than 1.88. Okay, so if this is the empirical rule on the bottom here, we've got 0, we've got 1, we've got 2, we've got 3, we've got -1, we've got -2, we've got -3. You guys remember this? We're good so far?
Yeah.
Okay. Where would 1.88 be? Between which two numbers? 1.88 is between 1 and 2. Okay. So I'm looking, it's closer to 2 than 1, right, though? Okay. So I want to know all of this area right here. Miss Murphy speaking. She is in Miss Huff's room, so if you could call there. Thank you. Bye. Okay. 1.8 would be between 1 and 2. 1.8. Okay. So I want to know how much this area is. If we were looking up empirical rule, we would just add everything up till 2, but we're at 1.8. So then I'm going to look up, I'm going to go to my z-score, I'm going to go to 1.8 on the side, this is for the side, and then on the top I'm going to go over to 0.08. So I'm at 1.8, I go over to 0.08, and I get 0.9694, or 96.94%. Do you guys remember when we had empirical rule? I would just add up these percentages underneath it. But do you guys notice, like, this is 1 standard deviation, 2 standard deviation. I have a z-score, so I have it of 1.88. So 1.88, it does not stand for an exact standard deviation. Does that make sense? Do you guys get that the standard deviations have to be 1, 2, or 3? Or -1, -2, -3? This is positive 1.8. So that's neither a 1 nor a 2, right? It's in between there. You're being sad about it. I'll show you in just a second. It's on the back. Okay. So I want all of this part. So I go to my z-score chart. I look up 1.8, go over 0.08, and this is the number I found, 0.9694. Now, if I want to change that decimal to a percentage, I move the decimal over 2 places, which is, so it's 96.9. So maybe I looked at it wrong. I'm at 1.8. I'm at 1.8. 96.99. You're right. You're right. Is that better? All right. The reason I'm sketching this is because nobody understood what this number was on the z-score chart. And I'm trying to relate it to the empirical rule. Yes, 1 point. Yep, and then I looked at 0.08 on the top. Because it only goes to 1.8 and I need 1.88. So I had to find 0.88 by looking over here. See, this says 1.88. So I look up 1.8 on the side, 0.08 on the top. That makes 1.88. Miss Murphy speaking. Yep, she's on her way. Thank you. Bye. Okay. So I am looking at number 2. Z is greater than negative 0.89. Excuse me. So this is, again, 0. This is -1. This is 1. This is -2, 2, -3, 3. We're at -0.89. Where's -0.89? Between 0 and -1, right? But a little closer to -1. But I want everything that's greater than it. So I want this side. This z-scores on here only show you stuff on the other side. So I'm going to go under here and look up negative 0.8 on the side, 0.09 on the top. And I get 0.1867. It tells you this is the first one, 0.8. This is the top, 0.09. Do you have your chart in front of you? Okay. Now, this right here only tells me that part in white. I don't want that part in white. I want this part that I colored in. So that's why I'm going to go 1 minus 0.1867, and I'm going to end up with 0.8133. Okay, which is 81.33%. Okay? Let's try number 3. Okay. I want my z-score. So I've got this 0, 1, 2, 3, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3 on the bottom, right? Right here. I want it to be between negative 2.945, that's right here, that's almost negative 3, to negative 1.12. So that's like right here. So I want just this spot right here. I don't want anything over there. I don't want anything over here. I just want this spot right here. So I'm going to look these up in my z-score. I'm going to go negative 2.9 on the side, 0.05 on the top. I get, what do you guys get? You tell me. You looked at negative 2.9. So look at negative 2.9. And then go over to 0.05 on top. And you get 0.0, I get, yeah, 0.0016. Okay? Yes. Because that's how the chart works. Now, I'm looking for negative 1.1 on the side and 0.02 on the top. Negative 1.102, I get what? 0.1314. And then I'm going to subtract 0.1314 minus 0.0016. And I get 0.1298 or 12.98%. Okay? We subtracted. Subtracted. Yes, you'll get this sheet on the test. I will not make you memorize this whole thing. No. Okay. Can you imagine if I did that? That'd be so mean. All right, let's do number 4. We can just do this last one. Last one. We've got 0, 1, 2, 3, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. I want you guys to try this one on your own. After I sketch it, then you guys can do the rest, okay? We're at 2.25. So we're at 2.25. So I want this whole space here. Okay? Sorry, this whole space here. Okay, now you're going to go and look it up on your chart. Look up 2.25 on your chart. So 2.2, 0.05. And then remember, whatever answer you have to subtract it from 1 if we want it on this side of the graph. What do you guys get? Go to 2.2. One minus that number. Did you get, guys, 0.9878? So 1 minus that gives us 0.0122, which is 1.22%. Why did I subtract it from 1? Okay, because this graph, this chart right here, only shows you stuff on the left. If you want the stuff over here on the right, you have to subtract it from 1. It does tell you that at the bottom of your paper, too. Okay, so your homework is the back. All right, your homework is the back. You have to figure out the z-scores first and then find the percentages. So you're going to use x minus the mean divided by sigma. So you're going to use this x and this x. So you're going to have 2 answers for this one. 2 answers. Yes? Yeah, I'll do this one right here. I'll do this one. And then the rest of them are easier because this one you have to do twice. So I'm going to do 18,000 minus, what does it tell me my average is up there? Right next to where it says mean. 19,800 over, what's the standard deviation? 2,900. I get negative 0.62. So far, so good? Okay. Now I'm going to do it for the other one. I'm going to go 22,000 minus 19,800 divided by 2,900, and I get 0.76. Now remember, this is like my little sketch right here to kind of give you guys an idea of what you're trying to find. You're looking between negative 0.62 and 0.76. So I'm just looking for this area right in here. This area right here. Yeah. Because otherwise you don't understand where I came from. So now I'm going to look up both of these. Look up negative 0.62 and I get what? So go to negative 0.6 on the side, 0.02 on the top, and what do I get? I got 0.2676. So let's look. So I'm looking at negative 0.62. Yeah, I got 0.2676. And then when I look up 0.76, when I look up 0.7, go over 6, I get 0.7764. So I'm just subtracting those two, which gives me 0.5058 or 50.58%. So you got what, honey?
I got the 62 and the
76.76. Then you're just looking these up on the chart.
But isn't there supposed to be like one on the top and on the side?
Yeah. So here, I'll try to show you on the, do I have a blown up version up here? Here we go. So I'm going to look up 0.76, okay? So I go right here. You see how I got 0.7 right here? Now look on the top until I see 0.6, and then it's where they are meeting. So those are all 0.7s. 0.76, that's how I got 0.7764.
Gotcha.
Better? Okay. Aaron. Yes. 8 and 9 and 10, you're going to use the same numbers at the top. There. You've got the mean and the standard deviation for them. Okay. It would be for yesterday. Okay. All right. So that's your homework. We'll try it. We'll see how we do. Okay. And we're going to practice more of these. I know it might be frustrating, but we are going to do more of them. Okay. If anybody has any questions, please ask me before class ends, or you can email me at murphymath.com.
Yeah, I said that.
Not murphymath.com, excuse me.
Email.